Hi, fourth grade. Here is your video for week 5, day 1. Okay, our learning target for today is I can use the area model and multiplication to show the equivalence of two fractions. So this is moving right along from what we've been doing, still using those area models to help us, multiplication to help us, and focusing on equivalent fractions. All right, for our warm-up today, this is a sprint. So it says complete as many as possible in 3 minutes. So go ahead and pause the video now if you haven't completed this yet. If you have a phone or something around you, you can set a timer to 3 minutes. If not, you can just work at your own pace. And when I come back, I will post all of the answers instead of just calling them out. All right, so go ahead and do that now. I'm going to fill them in. Okay, so here you go. Here are the answers to the sprint. So if you notice the pattern, all right, it was showing the repeated addition first, and then it was showing the multiplication. So for example, in the first one, it said 1/5 plus 1/5 here, and then underneath it said 2 times 1/5. Both gave you 2/5. Okay, it did the same thing, 1/3 plus 1/3, and then 2 times 1/3, right? 2 copies of 1/3. You get the same answer of 2/3. All right, so go ahead and check your answers, make any corrections, and then we will go ahead and get started on the lesson. Okay, so this is the new learning. I'll just go through it quickly. All right, so similar to what we were doing, you're going to start with one fraction here. It started with 1/3. All right, then they're using the area model to divide it into smaller units and to make the equivalent fraction, which is, which is 2/6. Okay, so basically when you're deciding, okay, what do you multiply by? It's the number of rows you have, right? So they had 1/3 first, then they split that in half, and now we have row 1 and row 2. It's not the number of lines, it's the number of rows. So they multiplied 1/3, they multiplied 1 times 2 and 3 times 2, and that gave us 2/6. Okay, here I noticed that they multiplied by 4, and that's because we have 1, 2, 3, 4 rows after they divided 1/3 into smaller pieces. Okay, same thing down here. 1/6 is the same as 3/8. They multiplied by 3 because we have 1, 2, 3 rows. All right. And then down here, they're showing you the same thing, that you can make multiple equivalent fractions using the area model. So first we started with 1/2 in each one. Here, in A, they divided it into 2 rows. So they multiplied by 2 and got 2/4. So it says the number of units doubled, right? There were 2 units altogether, and now there are 4 units altogether. Here they drew lines to make 3 rows, so the number of units tripled. They multiplied by 3. Okay, and then same thing over here. They drew lines and made 4 rows, and the number of units quadrupled because they multiplied each one by 4, the numerator and the denominator. Okay. So again, these are just more examples, all right, of how you can decompose a fraction into smaller units and then create an equivalent fraction and write a number sentence using multiplication. All right. So at the bottom, they're showing you what you're going to do later. You have to decide if a number sentence is true or false. All right, so here they said 5/4 is equal to 15/16. And their little note right here says this is false. The numerator was multiplied by 3. The denominator was multiplied by 4, right? Remember, whatever you do to the bottom, you have to do the top. Whatever you do on top, you have to do the bottom. So, for example, they said, okay, 4 times what gives you 16? 4 times 4. And 5 times 4 is not 15. 5 times 4 is 20. You also could have said, okay, 5 times what gives you 15? 5 times 3. And 4 times 3 does not give you 16. So either way, it's false. So that's the new learning. All right, now we're on the let's try section. So I'm not worried about the questions over here off to the side. These are just guiding questions to help you. So it says the shaded unit fractions have been decomposed into smaller units. Express the equivalent fractions in a number sentence using multiplication. All right, so they say, okay, we started with 1/2. So they split this in half and then they shaded in 1, right? We had 1/2. Then they want to create an equivalent fraction. So they said, okay, I'm going to split this 1/2 using horizontal lines. And now I have 2 rows. So that means I took 1/2 and I multiplied both of them, the top and the bottom, the numerator and the denominator, by 2. All right, and now this gives me my equivalent fraction. So how many pieces do I have shaded in now? I have 2 pieces. 1 times 2 is 2. And how many pieces do I have altogether? I have 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 times 2 is 4. So 1/2 is equal to 2/4. Okay? So what is the multiplication sentence? Again, it's just 1/2, and then you multiply 2 up top, and you multiply 2 on the bottom, and you get 2/4. Okay? What happened to the size of the fractional unit when you multiplied? So if we multiplied by 2, what happened to the fractional unit, right? What happened? When we multiply by 2, that means it doubled, right? Because when you double something, you multiply by 2. So we can say it doubled, just like that. And then what do you predict would happen to the shaded fraction if we tripled the units, right? Well, I know if we had 1/2 and we tripled them, that means we're going to multiply both by 3, because triple means to multiply by 3. So that would give me 3/6. So now the shaded fraction has tripled, right? Okay. Going down. All right, this time it gave us the equivalent fraction first, and we have to fill in the rest. All right, so let's think about this. To begin with, remember we start with the vertical line, so I can tell that they had this divided into 3 pieces first, right? And they shaded in 2 of them. Okay. So if I have 2 shaded pieces and 3 pieces altogether, I know that this is the same as the fraction 2/3. Okay. So then I see that they took a horizontal line and they divided the area model into 2 rows. So that means they took 2/3 and they multiplied that by 2 because there are 2 rows. Okay. Now we gotta make sure this is true. 2 times 2 is 4, yes. 3 times 2 is 6, yes. All right. So the units here doubled again, right? We went from 2 to 4, we went from 3 to 6. Okay. Moving on to the problem set. All right, this is where you're really gonna do it on your own. So decompose the shaded fractions into smaller units using the area models. Express the equivalent fractions in a number sentence using multiplication. Okay, so the first thing I want you to do is I want you to ask yourself, okay, what fraction am I being shown right here? Well, I have 1 shaded unit, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 total units. So I know that this is showing 1/6. Okay, now we just have to decompose it into smaller units. You can make as many rows as you want. So this is just an example, but there are multiple ways. So one way we could do it, label this 1. All right, we could say, okay, I am just going to make 2 rows. So I'm going to split it in half like this. All right, and now I have, so since I split it into 2 rows, I know that I multiplied by 2. They're going to double. And 1 times 2 is 2, and 6 times 2 is 12. If I look at my area model, I can see that I have 2 out of 12 pieces shaded in. So that's one way you could have done it. Okay. You also could have said, all right, I want to divide it and I want to make 3 rows. So, oh, that is not what I wanted. Sorry, guys. All right, so now I have 3 rows. Okay. So again, to start, I had 1/6. But now I have 3 rows, which means I need to multiply the numerator and the denominator by 3. And when I do that, I'm going to get 3/18. 1 times 3 is 3, 6 times 3 is 18. And if I go over to my area model, I can see that I have 3 units shaded in, and I have 18 units total. Again, you could keep going. Any of these are the right answers. There is not just one right answer. Okay, now moving on down. Each rectangle represents 1. The shaded fractions have already been decomposed for us this time. Now we have to express the equivalent fractions in a number sentence using multiplication. So this time they already divided the rows. We just have to write the multiplication sentence, right? So let's look here. Again, look at those vertical lines first. I can see that they had 1, 2, 3 units shaded in, and they had 4 units total. So that means the first fraction was 3/4. That was my original fraction. Okay. Now I can see that they drew horizontal lines and they created 3 rows. Okay, so I'm going to multiply the numerator and the denominator by 3. When I do that, 3 times 3 is 9, and 4 times 3 is 12. So I know that my equivalent fraction is 9/12. Okay, I can check 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 out of 10, 11, 12 pieces. Okay, on the next one, again, we started with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so we have 5 units shaded in out of 6 units altogether. All right, then they went ahead and split this in half and they created 2 rows. So I'm going to multiply the numerator by 2 and the denominator by 2. And when I do that, 5 times 2 is 10, and 6 times 2 is 12. Over here, I can see that I have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 pieces out of 12 pieces altogether. So my equivalent fraction is 10/12. Okay. All right, we are on our last page. So now we're going to actually draw the area models here. So it says draw the area models to prove that the following number sentences are true. Okay, so I can see that our original fraction is 2/5. So I want you to draw an area model that represents 2/5 to start. Okay, so I know I'm going to have 5 units altogether because 5 is my denominator. Okay, I can shade in 2 pieces because 2 is my numerator. All right, and now I have 2/5. Okay, now I need to make this show 4/10. So I need to think, okay, how can I make this have 10 pieces using horizontal lines? So if I already have 5 pieces, I know that I can split this in half, and now I have 10 pieces. You could have also said, okay, if I have 2/5 and I am getting to 4/10, that's my equivalent fraction. 5 times what gives me 10? 5 times 2. And 2 times what gives me 4? 2 times 2. So since I multiplied by 2 here, I know that I need to have 1, 2 rows right here. Okay, so now this shows that 2/5 is equal to 4/10. All right, on the bottom, we have 3/6 equals 6/12. So first I'm going to start with 6. Okay, so I'm going to have 6 total pieces, and I'm going to shade in 3. Okay, all right. Now again, I need to make this have 12 pieces, so I have 3/6, and the equivalent fraction is 6/12. So I need to say, okay, 6 times what gives me 12? 6 times 2. And I have to do the same thing up here. So 3 times 2 is 6. So again, since I multiplied by 2, I need to have 2 rows, so I'm going to split this in half. And now I can see that 3/6 is equivalent to 6/12. Okay. So the next one, our last problems, it says determine which of the following numbers, or the following are true number sentences. Correct those that are false by changing the right-hand side of the number sentence. Okay, so let's look at 4/3 equals 8/9. Okay, so if we have this, let's start, you can start on the top or the bottom. I'll start on the bottom because I usually do the denominator first. So I'm going to say, okay, 4 times what gives me 9? I'm sorry, 3 times what gives me 9? 3 times 3 gives me 9. So whatever I do at the bottom, I have to do up the top. It has to be the same number. So does 4 times 3 give us 8? No, right? So that means this one is incorrect. So I'm going to write false, and then I'm going to correct it. So I have 4/3, okay? And I need to change that sentence. So I'm going to say either one. So I'll start on the bottom again. 3 times what gives me 9? 3 times 3. Right? And 4 times 3 is going to give me 12/9 instead of 8/9. All right? Let's try the next one. 4/5 is equal to 12/10. Okay? 5 times what gives me 10? 5 times 2. And 4 times 2 gives me not 12, right? So this one is also false. And that would actually give us 4 times 2 is 8, so that's going to give us 8/10 as our correct answer. Okay? Please reach out if you have any questions. Don't forget to send me pictures of your work so I know that I can give you credit for it. And I will see you guys on the next video. Bye.